Hey everybody, welcome to Adventure Inn RV Rental. You are renting Tori and taking her out for a fun trip, and we're going to go over a little overall view of everything that goes on with this RV so you know where everything is and you can use this video for reference later. Okay, let's start with the front here. This is your jack, which we'll use to raise and lower the trailer. If you're getting it to a site, if you're taking it yourself, you'll use to level front to back. We'll go over that a little bit later. But then you got your RVs. There's 2 tanks, 30-pounders on here. Typically when you pick this up, both tanks will already be on, and the selector will be turned towards this tank right here. It'll draw off this tank first, then it'll switch automatically to this tank. No need to worry unless you're going to take it out for a long time and you need to refill, and then you just shut off your valve, disconnect it, take the tank out. You'll have the lid that comes off. There will be a bungee cord that'll be strapped from here to here, and you'll use that bungee cord, and I'll show you what for later. Make sure when transporting it that this lid gets all the way snapped down in there like that. Maybe you have to tighten these up a little bit, and that the bungee cord that goes underneath is hooked to this to keep it from going off in the wind. You don't want to pay for these guys. Sorry about the chickens. We have chickens and they are curious.
And we're remodeling. So.
And we're remodeling our house, so everything's a mess right now in this video. We'll remake these videos someday in the future. These are your 2 batteries. You don't have to worry about anything about them. They'll be fully charged. When you plug into power, it'll charge them again. You don't have to worry about it. In an emergency situation, there is a battery shut off right here, like that. I think that is off, and that is on. I can't really see it. You can see it better from the other side that you're standing on. It will be on. Batteries will be charged. It runs all your 12-volt electric and stuff like that. Okay, so moving on, and we'll do a video on how to hook this sucker up with a hitch later, but we got to get a different hitch kit for it. Coming to here, you want to do this compartment? Okay. Magnetic, they stay open, so it's really great. Everything you need is in here. These are your leveling blocks right here, and we'll do an informative video on leveling of them, so you can see how to do that, and it'll be universal for every camper. So you'll have that. You'll have your water hoses. We have 2 water hoses in here. This one will probably go away, but there's the other one that we use the most here. You have your pads. These will go underneath your jacks, and they go this way, so the smooth side is down, which seems backwards, but that's how it goes. You'll go underneath the jack. These, Tori has self-extending and retracting levelers on it, or stabilizer jacks. And so you just hit the button. You see it coming down right there. You just want to run it down and just hit it on the center of that pad. I'm not going to go all the way down. Reverse it for the same when you're leaving. Make sure you reverse all the leveling jacks before you move the main jack to hook it up to your truck. So you have those 4. Then we have our tote. That's the tote of goodies. Tori is a 50 amp unit, so we'll have the 50 amp surge protector in there. Please hook that up when hooking up to 50 amp. Not pictured right here right now is a 50 to 30 amp converter. It's actually plugged into the house right now, so we can run the electricity. You have your 2 wheel cocks, so you can put it right there and do that. You have these manual handles. This one is for the jack, right here. Little rubber cap, you pop that off, stick it in there. If the batteries did go dead, you can still jack the trailer up and down. Winding tool here. This is for moving the stabilizers, and I think there's a way to also manually crank the slide in should something happen and you have to do that. I actually haven't looked into it yet, so I don't know. We give you a screwdriver. There's like chickens walking all around us. Hi, girls. They like to be petted. Yes. Hi, girls. There you go. Okay, there you go.
Our house is a mess right now.
Get a screwdriver and a plier. Screwdriver is really handy when you're using it with the stabilizer on the tow hitch to get the bars out. There's a little pin that you got to pull, and I like to just stick that behind there and pop it and let the bar drop on the ground. So this comes in handy because you can't usually get a hold of it with your fingers. Pliers, This is for tightening up your water hoses when you're connecting to everything. They usually can't get them tight enough with your hand. So this gives you a little extra bit of to stop it from leaking. If you are taking it out for extended periods and you're going to be dumping it, gloves, so you don't have to touch the sewer pipes barehanded. And then usually a couple extra pairs of toilet paper in there too and stuff. Usually there's toilet paper inside though. So that is that.
Ow.
What?
Sorry.
Did the chicken just peck you?
Yes.
Oh.
He likes my nail polish.
Also in this unit, this is exclusive to Tori right here alone, is a outside water spigot. You got the spray handle on there, and I'm going to show you where this plugs into really quick. Right back here on the back of Tori, little lid that pops up. Just snap it in. Raise some chickens. Sorry, did I get you?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Sorry. Oh, and then you unplug it. I'm going to push in, push the ring back, and get yourself wet as well. Okay. All right, let's see, moving on. Staircase. When you pick it up to put it away, please give it a little shake. And you can hear stuff falling out of these legs right now. There they go, right there. It simply just goes up.
It just came back and they had gravel where it came
Yeah,
back.
and I'm shaking it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So it just locks into place with this. It'll pull this little pin, let it down. There's a handle there. That's a weird spot for it. If you do need to adjust it because your grade is not level or not, sorry, I gotta look. You got these little clip right here. Push it in like that. Find a way to get it out and get it to lock. Also, when the staircase is up,
Down.
this is simply pick up, twist in. Boom, just like that. A 110 plug outlet. Obviously, it only works when you're plugged into 110 power. There's cable connections. There's 2 more on the other side as well. If you are going somewhere where you have cable,
For a while.
don't have to worry about that. Close that back up. This is the outdoor kitchen. Like I said before, it's magnetic, so just push it up, lock it in place. Make sure it does lock in place so it doesn't pop you in the head. You have an outdoor refrigerator. This only works on 120 as well, so you have to have it plugged into shore power. Then you have an outdoor stove. Pull that out. Pull it out. Look underneath here. There's a hose right here with this blue cap. You want to look right back here. There's another hose right here with a blue cap as well. And simply plugs in there. Very much similar to that water connector we just did.
See because of your hands.
Sorry, can you see that? You pull back on this. I don't know if you can see that or not, and push the hose in.
Okay.
And you hear that click, and then release it, pull back on that ring again, and pull the hose out.
Okay.
Please make sure you put the caps back on when not in use. And then simply push that back in place, and make sure that this cap, this is the most important one, so it doesn't get rope grime in it. Make sure you lock the stove back into place. And there is a light right here. And another 110 plug right here. Okay. Now going around the back of the RV, we're sorry for the mess. We're in the midst of remodeling. You have a storage compartment right here. Same scenario, clicks in place. Lots of storage in there. And I will show you. There you go, tons of storage. There's also a light right there. And that's what that looks like. Also back here, this is your traveling water fill tank. So you would stick your garden hose right in here. And when it fills all the way up, there's a little hole right here at the bottom where the water will squirt out. Also, it'll backflow out of here. So if you're going to pull the garden hose, stand to the side. Otherwise, if you're standing right here, water's gonna go poof, and get you.
Make sure it says potable water.
Yes, yes, drinking water only, potable. Yep. This is your plug. It's threaded. So in reverse, I'm taking it off. You thread that off. That ring comes back. Give it a little twist to the left. Pull out. If you look, there's a metal spot here and there's a metal spot here. Those two is what needs to be lined out, and then there's a little tab slot right there. Slide it in, give it a twist to the right, that locks it, and then put your ring on. I flipped that down just to keep the weather off of it a little bit. You're hooked up to power. Okay, let's head this direction. And with all of this, all the compartments are keyed alike, except for the door is different. You'll have a gray key and a purple key. The gray key locks all the compartments. You want to make sure that they're locked for traveling. Come around to the other side. This little compartment here. We have the sewer hose. It will be in a tote when it goes out. We'll have it in a nice sealed tote. You also have the 4 folding chairs we provide for you. So those will be on this side. Walking down the side, we have our water connection. See what I'm talking about, the leaking? And that's as tight as I can get with my hand. It's still dripping. This is where the pliers would come in handy right there. This is your water. This side is your black tank spray out. Do not hook it to the black tank spray out and turn it on unless you're emptying the black tanks. And I'll have it labeled more appropriately. The only way they have it labeled right now is this weird little white tag. More satellite connections right here. And there's a light right here if you're doing some night hookups. Handy to have light. If you are dumping your tanks, there is 2 dumps on this. We're gonna get a Y pipe so both of them can be hooked up at the same time. But you're gonna have 1 gray tank pool right here. That's a gray tank for your bathroom. This pool right here, way underneath the slide, is for your black tank, and they'll be labeled. That is your toilet. So that one you want to make sure you have it hooked up to a sewer pipe and going into a sewer dump before you ever pull that one, or it's going to be nasty. Okay, coming on around. There's another gray tank pool back there. Best way to get to it is from this side. And there's the hookup right here. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? So this is your kitchen sink right here. And there's the pool to go with it right there. So you're gonna hook your pipe up to it.
Okay, there you go.
You're gonna hook your pipe up to it and then pull this out and dump your water out. Always empty your black tank first and then follow with your gray tanks to flush out the line so it gets all the stuff out. All right, I think we did this is the water heater. You don't have to worry about that. I think that's it.